Hello and welcome to my channel. It's the Network Specialist. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so that you know each and every time I upload a video. Everything I will discuss in this video is alleged and in my very own opinion, used for entertainment purposes only. So as you can see what the thumbnail says, Trina Braxton is going outside, guys, and we're going to talk about it today. Okay. Now, let me go ahead and remove this because I need to be able to see myself so that I know whether you guys can hear me or not. So let me go ahead and remove this just so that I can tell if you guys can hear me or not. Yes, we are good to go. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And I am going to share my screen and we're going to talk about what Trina said that have everybody ready to cancel the Braxtons, including myself. But I mean, we're just going to have to work through it. And let me just make sure that you guys can see my screen. Alrighty, perfect. And let me just go ahead and make it bigger to make sure that you guys can see. Okay, let's get into it. And I will be stopping this video periodically so that I can give my commentary. Those are the YouTube rules. I am doing a recap, so I have to periodically stop the video. I know for some people that's a little annoying, but for me to be able to talk about this video and use somebody else's content, I have to periodically stop it and give my own commentary. Okay, so here we go.
Right after this too, on what the guys tasted.
Thank you. All right, so go ahead and ask your question, because otherwise,
Hey, Net Mathis.
so there were a few things that I took issue with. Hello from Chicago. I'm not sure I should go directly into that
I
yet.
think you can do whatever you want. It's your platform.
I think first I'm going to say, I think it's important for people to tell their truth, but that's exactly what it is. It is their truth. There is one person's truth. There is another side of the truth, and then the full truth is somewhere in between. I don't want to.
You need to get into it.
Say it again.
You don't need to go deep into it.
I won't go deep into it. How do I feel about this season? Pre-era. It's a great season. It's an amazing season. But sometimes you have to go through the rough to get to the smooth.
Yeah.
And that's what we had to do. That's definitely what we had to do. While I was watching the show, I was looking at a few people's comments on the WeTV page of on social media.
Oh yeah, what is that?
People.
Trina, if I were you, girl, I would not read the comments because, girl, they are killing you in the comments. You need to start reading the comments.
Are sometimes very opinionated when they don't know the whole.
You can't say something.
It depends on what you're gonna say.
It's gonna be. It's fine.
Verkeisha too. Hey Trina, how are you doing? I watched your show tonight. Your sister is crazy. Well, I have a few of them, so I'm not sure which one you're talking about. But
let me finish.
Sure.
There's people that have these strong opinions one way or another. It's impossible for you to know what's going on when half the time we don't know all the dynamics that are going on. So it's impossible. So just, you can't judge anybody's life on a snippet, on a 6-minute segment. You can't do it because there's so many working parts to it. you can get an idea, but to think that you emphatically know exactly what's going on is not even close. And honestly, the people that have this horrible opinion about whatever, wait an episode or two, I bet you it changes.
But and that's absolutely true. I agree with what you're saying. But hey, Travis White from Atlanta, I will say this, and I'm not sure how this is going to.
It's gonna go how it goes.
Yeah, there you go, baby.
Let me say this. Trina and her husband looks very uncomfortable having this conversation, and which really boggles my mind that she's going to still end up saying what she's going to say, even though her husband appears to be very uncomfortable. And net Mathis says, I like Toni Braxton. Music, my idol. Awesome. Yeah, she is quite amazing sometimes.
It's gonna go how it goes. Vaughn should have a mic. I know he talks really low sometimes.
I'm sorry, I'll speak up.
The channel is on WeTV. And Trina, you keep it for real, 100%. Someone's feelings, their emotions, or even their version of what the truth may be to them. Say this: I cannot negate anyone's feelings in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
And I will say this: I think that you can never put a time limit on someone's feelings, their emotions, or even their version of what the truth may be to them. But I do wish that the people that were spoken about were able to tell their own version of their story, of their truth, because they're no longer with us.
Yeah, because it did.
And
now, guys, I want you to pay attention to Von's face. And did you just hear what he said? He said, because they're dead. I mean, there was no sympathy. She said they're no longer here. He said, because they're dead. And he kind of rolled their eyes because Trina and Von has already had a conversation similar to this. And he really had a problem that she was mourning Gabe so hard when she's moved on and she's married to him. So he really had a problem with that. So for her to say what she just said, like, girl, now you're starting to bring these problems into your marriage. Like, it's really getting ridiculous. And Cece said, Trina is beyond weak. Okay. But we're gonna talk about it because she is weak, it seems like, for every man that she's in a relationship with, but it's different with Gabe. With Gabe, it's different. And honestly, I feel like Trina is not over her deceased ex. Okay. Now, let me just say this. And most of us can agree that there was always that one person that we were really in love with. For some people, it's their first love, but there's always that one person during your lifetime that it was just so hard to get over. Like, you were really deeply in love with that person. And for Trina, it was Gabe. And even though Gabe has passed on, she has still not gotten over Gabe. Okay. To the point that she's willing to cause problems in her current marriage because she had that much love for Gabe. Okay. Hey, Regina. Thank you so much for being here. Let's continue. Oh, gosh. Wait, when that happens, give me a second, guys.
that's not always fair. That's not always fair. And people have to talk about things when they're ready to talk about them. And yes, you guys are loud, Caleb.
You're loud as hell out there.
But I can't disregard anybody's feelings. I said what I said.
Everybody's entitled, and
T. Cannon, I'm a Braxton follower, period. They shouldn't watch y'all if they want to hate or be negative. Well, you know what? But even in that vein, people have a right to their opinion.
sometimes people watch just so they can. It's their entertainment. That's what they.
So Trina is willing to almost destroy this TV show. She's not thinking about her other siblings, her sisters that are also on this show trying to get a bag. They're trying to get a bag so hard to the point where they're risking exposing all of their family's toxic secrets and all of the SA, that has been going on in their family for generations. And even though they're doing all of this, Trina is still willing to protect Gabe to the end, even if that means the detriment of the show. Because right now, everybody wants to cancel the show, and it's mainly because of Trina and her protecting a predator. Okay.
People look forward to going out and making judgments on people's
Or disparaging other people, but I refuse to do that. I will never do that.
I don't understand it. I wish the best for everyone. Well, it's not true.
Oh, wait, Giovanna said, when that slushy spilled on the floor, I spit my wine out laughing. Let me tell you something. That is alcohol abuse. You do not spit out your wine. You swallow that first before you start. Just jokes. Hello from New Orleans. Hello, H-Town.
And that fussy thing wasn't good enough for her, so she got an industrial one now.
I do. A commercial brand one. Yes, I do.
Heavy.
How do you deal with the stress of the show? I have surrounded myself with.
If we turn the camera around, you'd see.
Yes, you would see. I have a village of a family that they love me, and they're not going to put smoke and mirrors on me. They're going to tell me the truth about what's happening. They're going to tell me if it's negative. They're going to tell me if it's.
You say you got this, team of people and family members who care about you, and they're not going to put smoke and mirrors on it. But right now, they're not doing their job because somebody needs to tell you, Trina, that this is not it. Defending a deceased predator. I mean, it's ridiculous. Honestly, I could see if Gabe was still here. Gabe is no longer here. So why are you still protecting that man?
Positive, they're gonna say, Trina, you're wrong. Hey, Tamika.
This is one of my new sisters. She and her husband did. That's Caleb.
That's my son, Caleb.
Crazy. But my point is, she and her husband did a good job of pulling me aside and telling me about the business because I just had no idea. And she and her husband go through the exact same thing. So when you ask how we deal with it, I claim that she and her husband, that's how I do it. Thank you.
Hey, y'all. Hey. Yes, that's Tamika Scott. Everybody knows her from Escape.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to her to just kick it, especially if I call her Lorraine. So Nikki, I feel that you and Ashley are both victims. Why not have the conversation with her now? Now I am gonna address that. Just give me 10 seconds. But I need to take this moment to say thank you to Tamika and Darnell. Thank you to Shantae and Gerard.
Yep.
Thank you.
Hey, while she's
Angie
putting out
Rice,
her
thank
thanks,
you to my sons.
let me say this. Regina says, wow, but they talk about Tamar. Right now, Tamar is doing what needs to be done. That part, Regina, done helping and supporting her niece. Kudos to you, Tamar. Exactly. And Regina, that was kind of like my sentiments. Like, I honestly believe that out of this entire family of girls, forget Michael, because he's not really on the show. Like, Tamar is starting to be my favorite because she has the sweetest heart out of all the sisters. And honestly, the only reason why Tamar treats her sisters the way that she does is because there's a lot going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. And she's basically just reacting to their BS. Okay. And Net says, my heart go out to Trina Braxton. And Regina says, actually, exactly my said CC. What did CC say? Oh, CC said right. I think that's what CC said. Okay. And she's getting ready to talk about the fact that she is going to have a sit down conversation with Ashley. But if I was Ashley, after everything you've already said, I don't believe I want to have a conversation because you're still that same person that stopped speaking to her because your ex, who's a sexual predator, sent her, sexual messages. And Regina also said, I want to know what's up with Vaughn. That's very questionable unless he hasn't saw the show. I have watched from day one. Gabe is telling in the early episodes, go back and watch. The thing about Vaughn is he is not with all of this Gabe talk and Trina protecting Gabe. He's called her out on it before. They have had issues about Trina protecting Gabe before, especially when Gabe died. And Trina was seemingly more upset that Gabe died than she was when, her sister Tracy died. Like she really took it hard when Gabe passed away. And she was actually there with Gabe during that time. Hey, Mama Bees, thank you so much for being here. So let's go ahead and pay because she's going to get ready to talk about meeting up with
Their
Ashley.
spices. Thank you, Stephanie Wilcox. Thank you. JJ couldn't be here right now, but thank you, JJ. We were
Trying
to
to get past
happen,
all these
then we
thank
should have
yous.
those conversations behind closed doors. And if we decide that collectively,
Okay, hold on.
I feel like if someone needs or wants real true healing, it is not for public consumption. I think that if you really want that to happen, then we should have those conversations behind closed doors. And if we decide that collectively we would like to have a conversation for maybe possibly someone else's healing, and I think that should absolutely happen. But I think that you can call it family secrets. You can call it, Braxton no family values, like I saw some people saying.
That's not the name anymore anyway.
Right. It's just the Braxtons right now. I don't think, like I said on the show, I'm going to reiterate it again.
The joke is late.
Everything is not for public consumption. I think that I'm not saying the covered wagon. I'm just saying that things should be talked about, things should be dealt with, and things should be discussed if you want real, true healing. I don't think that social media is a forum for people to hear things, especially if it involves them firsthand. Social media is not a place to hear things firsthand. It's just not. And I love you guys enough to tell the truth, and I love me enough to protect myself and my family and my children. Would I be willing to have a conversation? Absolutely. But I think that needed to happen.
Trina, you are not protecting your family. And honestly, even if you don't want to protect yourself, you should protect your husband and your family. And you shouldn't cause them this embarrassment that they're going to experience because of you trying to protect a predator.
Prior to. Do you feel like this is all worth it for all your family business to be put out there? Is it all worth it? And I'm going to actually address that question and say absolutely, and I'm going to tell you why. Because our family is just like everybody else's family. And there might be something that happened within our family that might make somebody say, you know what, that's happening in my family, and we can reach resolve. If they can do it, I can do it, we can do it.
And Francine, they're going to replay it on the same channel on WeTV in about an hour, so you can catch it. But go ahead, dear.
Yeah, well, and I'm an open book, and I always have been, because you never have to change the truth. So when you tell the truth about a situation,
You can have a bad memory.
yeah,
Because the truth is always the truth.
the truth is always the truth. It remains constant. So I believe in being honest, and I've always have been, and I've always been an open book about everything that happens with me and in my life. And people have a right to their truth, but I think it's important to have all the details before people pass judgment.
I know that's part of the industry, is that people watch and they form an opinion.
The thing about it is, Trina, most of us who watched Braxton Family Values, when you did about 6 episodes or almost the whole season with Gabe, we did watch, those episodes, and we seen when Gabe admitted that he was, doing some things that he shouldn't have been doing. He was sexting and, sending people sexual text messages or whatever the case may be. So we know exactly what Gabe is about. And Gabe used the fact that he was some type of tech specialist. He was a very techie guy, and he utilized that to be a predator. There was some young lady that came out and she said that Gabe was sending messages to her 17-year-old transgender nephew. I'm sorry, cousin. So Gabe used his skills to be a predator and to stalk people on the internet, including his own niece, Trina. So it's time out for you trying to defend Gabe, especially since he's no longer here. Let it ride, Trina. It's not worth causing conflict because Trina, at the end of the day, myself and a lot of people, we actually really liked you. Like, I was really supporting Trina on her YouTube when she first started her cooking show over a year ago. But this person who I'm seeing right here, I don't really care for her.
Opinion, but coming from a person who wasn't involved in this, and then now I am, it changes your perspective on a lot of things. It's you kind of feel for certain individuals when they go through things because it's not easy. I'm not hit this one down. Just hit that, and then put it on. Yeah.
Can a beautiful black man talk? He has a beautiful voice. Ah, man.
Who said that? Thank you.
Doesn't talk loud enough. You can
You said
barely
thank you. I'm
hear
saying you're
Vaughn.
welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, let me
Yes,
see if
I
Trina's
mean,
gonna.
he is a beautiful black man. Yes, you are, my love.
Thanks, dear.
I'm gonna kiss you later.
I know.
Thank you, Courtney. See, I love you, Trina, and all of your
Okay,
sisters, no
guys,
matter
I'm
what.
gonna just stop it because right now they're just kind of babbling on. They're not really saying much of nothing. She said that, she is going to have a conversation with Ashley at some point. But what I really want to get into is the comments. Okay. Let's see if we can see the comments because these people are eating um Trina up in the comments. Okay. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, so let's get to these comments. For the people that, don't have a problem with what Trina is doing, her comments are filled with people that are so disgusted with her. Okay. So the first person said they should create a law for people to be arrested and convicted for protecting sexual predators, abusers, and any other people that harm people. She's just like the mother. And somebody else said, you stayed married to a man that was inappropriate with your nieces when she was 16 and you're trying to protect him because he's dead. Girl, please, you should have divorced him immediately. Anyone who is inappropriate with a child is automatically cut off. That part. The next person said, a handler is and will always be a handler, and someone is either handling or being handled on this live right now. Let me just make sure you guys can still hear me and see me. And Regina said, really, Trina, did you just let those words fall off your tongue? And I used to love the Braxtons. No wonder Tracy stayed angry. Rest in peace to Tracy. Okay, let me get back to these comments because these people are eating Trina up in the comments. And I don't know how she thinks she's going to build a platform on YouTube doing these type of things. Because now when she goes on for her cooking show every Monday at 7 o'clock, they're going to be eating her up every single week in the comments. So all this work she did building her platform on YouTube, especially her cooking show on Monday, it's all for nothing. All this hard work that, Vaughn has dedicated into helping her build this platform, it's going to shit because she decided that she wanted to defend Gabe. And the next person said, Trina, Gabe isn't even the father of your children. I could perhaps understand that more in protecting him. We know Gabe, none of this is surprising. I respect that your niece waited until his passing to speak on it. Also, your husband being in this live is cringe, just all wrong. You're not a victim. You're married. You married Gabe twice. Shit, Trina, what the hell are you talking about? right now. Y'all's lives have been on display for public consumption. So now, why are you wanting to be so private? This is a perfect example of sweeping family secrets under the rug. The victim is public enemy number one, while the predator abuser is being protected even in death. Allow your niece the space to release her feelings, emotions, and thoughts. And she also said she was abused and mishandled by the people she thought she could trust the most. Trina ain't right. So save your opinion right now. This done made me extremely angry. Like these people ain't feeling Trina at all, and they are ready to cancel the entire show. And somebody else said that husband need to go look at a game or something. I understand supporting, but dang, because they don't even like the fact that he's supporting her with the bull, but he has no choice, honestly. And they're probably gonna, like I said, this is gonna cause problems in their marriage. And then somebody else said, Lord Trina, and that fake accent. And then somebody else said, Trina, you've handled this entire situation wrong. And this is going to be the last one that I'm going to read because they're just filled with, everybody is really pissed off that this is how Trina chose to handle this situation. And this person said, Trina starting to blow with this shit. Keep getting up on this internet and not speaking for herself. And I feel like she needs approval from other people to say, like, she just can't speak her mind anymore. And then her husband, he sits here and he controls everything. And that's why she acts like this. It's sickening at this point. So, guys, that's all the comments I'm going to share because I didn't skip any comments. I read each comment, and there are hundreds more where that came from. So people just really aren't feeling Trina right now and how she decided to handle this situation with Ashley. And I can guarantee you that this whole thing with Ashley, this is going to play out through the entire season. Like, first, they're going to probably air the episode with the interview from Tamar. Then they're going to show all of the backlash or whatever the case may be. So they're going to exploit um Ashley this entire season. The only thing about it is, I think Ashley's okay with it because Ashley has pretty much told her story for the most part on her own platform. And it didn't get a lot of views because I've been following Ashley since she first came out. So at this point, I think that Ashley wants a bigger audience. So Ashley is okay with her family exploiting her because Ashley is doing TV, movies, whatever. So she really wants to put her name out there. So again, give me 1 second, guys. And Rose said, I feel like Vaughn doesn't agree with any of this. He doesn't, Rose. He doesn't. And he's already let her know that he doesn't agree with it. That's why I don't understand why she keeps defending gay. And then Rose also said, I honestly feel bad for him. He is in a awkward position. Yes, and he's already tried to call her out on it, and she's just not listening. So I'm pretty sure they're going to have some conversations behind the scene because I believe he's going to call her out on it just behind the scenes. And Regina said, I'm side eyeing Tony now after that preview of her and Tamar getting into it. Absolutely, because she is all for also hiding the family secrets. And then Regina said, oh, Vaughn, have a choice. He can stay out the camera until he know what's what, unless he's just as delusional. For some reason, ever since Vaughn decided to get with Trina, Vaughn loves the spotlight. Like you know what I'm saying? He loves the spotlight. Like, it seems like getting with Trina and this, celebrity family is the best thing that has ever happened to Vaughn, because Vaughn does not miss a beat when it comes to Trina's YouTube channel, being there, doing whatever he needs to do. Vaughn has not missed a beat. Hey, Paula. Yes, yes, Paula. Thank you for being here. Yes, I'm getting ready to get out of here. But before I do, again, you know, guys, I don't know where this is going. This family might not get another season because people just aren't feeling the Braxtons right now. And it has went from, just being, a little tired of Tamar, because people are actually starting to like Tamar now, and they're starting to not like Trina and Tony. And of course, Tawanda, because she's the one that told Trina and put that shit in her head that she's a victim. Girl, she is not a victim. Ashley is the only victim here right now. So, guys, I'm going to end it there. If you did not like the video on your way in, please like the video on your way out. And if you just happen to be catching the replay, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss anytime I upload a video. And also drop down in the comments so that we can keep this conversation going. And Paula, I'll see you in the comments. And guys, thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.